Hello everyone, today is June 2nd. This is being filmed on the 2nd and should be released to you on the 2nd. As soon as I'm done filming it, I'll get it out to you guys. This is the Patreon video, Patreon exclusive monthly video for everyone who pledged in May 2015. So if you pledged in May, you're getting this video. Although you could also be watching this in the future. Maybe you pledged in June and you're going back to watch the video. That is also acceptable. Hi, welcome to Patreon. So I've got a list of talking points here, as I do every month. Quite a lot to talk about. There's actually a lot to talk about, a lot of exciting things too, and hopefully you will feel like it's exciting as well. So let's get started. First off, what happened in May? Things that happened in May. Mario Kart came back. Came back briefly because there was a DLC release, and also we wanted to do online, and we did it. We did an online thing with you guys. It's going over really well. There's a high possibility that we will do online again in the future. I've also heard rumors that maybe they are going to be doing even more DLC for Mario Kart. So that would actually line up really well. Like, every time there's a new DLC release, we would do the DLC tracks, but then also do another like online tournament with you guys. So that would be happening maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I think that would be really, really fantastic. But it's going on now. I think we've released 3 of the 4 episodes. It was a lot of fun to do. You guys are scary good at Mario Kart. But it was fun to do, and I think that it's very likely that we would do that again in the future. At the end of the LP, we also ask if there's any other games that you guys would like to see us do with everyone. It's very hard to pick games, though, and the reason is we have to have something like Mario Kart where it supports a fairly good amount of people, 12. It's not the biggest amount, but 12 is better than, like 4 or something. It has to support a good amount of people, and it has to be publicly accessible. What I mean by that is, on Mario Kart, you don't have to exchange friend codes. You don't have to have someone on your friends list. You can make a tournament type thing. And we would need games like that, because otherwise, in the past, like we've done Halo with viewers, and it turns into a bit of a nightmare because you have all these friend requests coming in. You have to accept the friend requests, play some matches, then you have to delete everyone off the friends list. In the meantime, your friends' requests are like piling up, so we'd have to have games that support that. So if you guys know of games that do that you can send out like a link or something and people can play, that would be a good idea, and I would like to take advantage of that at some point in the future. Alright. Other things that happened in May. Mini Golf Let's Play. It was just something that we had filmed on Mal's birthday, and it went over really well. It was actually a lot of work. I think people didn't quite understand how much work went into it, but a lot of it was creating the graphics and getting the editing down pat. But it went really well. I think what we're going to do is that we will continue to do those, but we will only do them if we have guests. So like if Emil was here, or Josh is here, or Carly and Kyle, who are coming in July. When they are here, we'll probably do another series of that. So get excited for that. That should be pretty fun. Also, if you hear weird noises, they're power washing today. And they were supposed to power wash yesterday. So these plants have actually been in for an entire day. And Sagan's been eating them. That's not been good. But they're power washing today, so that's what that weird noise is, if you hear that. Other things. Day 2000. Day 2000 happened. Oh my god, we did it. Actually, you guys are probably wondering what's, going on, because the last vlog came out was day 1999. I have not even started on the fan favorites videos, on the day 2000 fan favorite video, because I've been busy on so much other stuff. But on day 2000, we do release a commemorative shirt, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what it is now. If you can't tell, it's a parody of the Pokemon the Movie 2000 logo. I thought it was clever. I thought it was fun. Hopefully you guys also like it, so you have to let me know what you think. It comes in 2 styles. There's one that's in color, and then magic. There's one that's in single color, outline type thing. So the plan is to release those the day that Day 2000 comes out, and then we're going to allow people to buy the shirts for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks after that vlog comes out, they'll go out of stock forever or something. It's a commemorative shirt, so I think that makes sense. But yeah, Day 2000 is coming soon. It's just a matter of getting that fan favorites video done. Mao talked to me last night, and she said that she's going to try and take over vlogs because we do only have a few days left. We have like 8 or 9 days until we start all of our summer adventures, so she's probably going to take over doing most of the vlogs this weekend. Anyway, other things. Memorable May finished. It was May, so we released a memorable moment every single day. That went over really well. People love memorable moments. We love making them, or I guess now Dan loves making them. And we're going to talk about a change in a second. But Memorable May finished up, and it went over really well, so I was happy about that. And for the last thing that happened in May, this is kind of an elephant in the room, mortgage stuff. I'm going to talk to you guys about this, and I'm not going to try and bring the video down in any way. I'm going to do my best to keep it positive, but I'm going to tell you guys stuff that I have not told the vlog. So the last thing I think I said on the vlog, even the ones that haven't come out, was that we had went to the credit union. Credit union had said, you know, we talked to them for a bit, and then they called me back and they said, we urge you to apply. We did not apply. Some of you might be saying, you're crazy, why haven't you applied? Well, hold on. The day after we went to the credit union, or maybe it was the day after they urged us to apply, we hadn't applied that day. The next day we went and saw our tax guy, and that was the vlog that came out where we talked about how we probably need to become an LLC or an S-Corp or whatever. I haven't moved forward with that yet. That's mostly on my tax guy just because he hasn't had the time, and I think he's also been kind of waiting to see what happens with our mortgage type stuff. But whenever I talked to him, he said that he knew an owner of one of the local banks here. It's kind of hard because it's a local bank, but it's a big local bank, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a bunch of chains all over the area, but it's just in our area. But it's kind of a big deal here. Everybody knows what this bank is. So he knew one of the owners of one of the branches, and he actually took our tax returns to the guy, showed him, talked to him about us, and the guy was like, yeah, it definitely seems like, you know, that should be no problem. And we went and saw that guy ourselves. We went and talked to him. So we were like, all right, this seems good. When we talked to him, he said we should have no problem getting the amount that we were after, which is not an unreasonable amount at all. Pretty low amount in terms of houses, especially in the area. But he said we should have no problem getting that, or even more. And Mal and I were like, oh my gosh, this is it. You know, this sounds great. This is going to be fantastic. So we were really happy about that. We didn't share any of this on the vlog because we've kind of been getting to the point where, like, it feels like a roller coaster because there's been so many times where it's been, oh, it's going to work out. Oh, no, we're shut down. So that's why we haven't talked about any of this on the vlog. Even the vlogs that are coming up, we don't talk about this because we just don't want to get anyone excited anymore because we don't want to get excited. So we went and talked to the guy. Said you should have no problem. He said he will have us a pre-approval by that Monday, which was a few weeks ago. So Monday came, didn't hear anything, but it was Memorial Day, so that made sense. Tuesday came, didn't hear anything, and then Wednesday I got a call. And whenever I talked to the guy on the phone, he said, you know, unfortunately, yeah, we took a look at your debt to income ratio, and it's just you really have way too much debt, and there's just nothing we're going to be able to do to help you. He said we can offer you an amount, but the amount was like, let's see if I can figure this out, a tenth. Was it a tenth? It was like a tenth, I think, of the amount we wanted. Keep in mind, we're not asking for a lot of money. The offer was just really low, really low. Like you couldn't do anything with this money. So we were like, you know, that obviously does not help us. What is it that we can do? And he said, you know, I'm going to talk to my financial person who gave me this information, and I'll have them contact you. So I never got a call. Instead, I get an email with like one line, and it said, you know, just keep building your income and pay your stuff on time and save. And I'm like, you know, we are. I know. We are in over $100,000 worth of student debt. I get it. We have an extremely high debt to income ratio, but we also always pay all of our stuff on time. We make pretty good money, especially for our age. I think that we actually do pretty well. But even though we make good money, we pay our stuff on time, we have perfect credit, it doesn't matter because we have all this debt. It's just weird because when we went to Wells Fargo, they were like, hey, your debt's not the problem, your income's the problem. And then we go to this other bank and they're like, oh, your income is fine, but your debt is the problem. And I'm like, well, what's the problem? Who is pulling my chain here? Are there different problems for different banks? It's upsetting. The reason we didn't apply to the credit union is because we wanted to make sure that we applied to the bank and the credit union around the same time, because if you don't, your credit gets hurt. Every time you have someone run your credit score, or run your credit score takes a hit. So we want to make sure that we do them at the same time, and that's why we waited to do the credit union. So to wrap all that story up, and it was a long one, and I apologize, we did apply to the credit union. And I should be getting a call today about that. Will it work out? I don't know. And if it does, then good. But if it doesn't, I've already talked to the person that we're renting from here, and we're going to be moving forward with looking at rent-to-own homes. And we'll see what happens there. It limits what we can get, but at least we are moving forward, so... yeah, that's a story. Sorry, that was really long. That could have been a vlog in and of itself. But like I said, I really don't want to share all of this on the vlog. I would just rather share it with you guys, mostly because it's just been up and down. It's just been up and down. And once we're finally at the end of all of this and things have worked out, then maybe I'll go back on the vlog and talk about this whole crazy story. But until then, there's really no reason to continually get people's hopes up, get our hopes up, and then shatter them. So... I'm just going to hold on for a while. Now that all of that is out of the way, let's talk about what's happening in June. Something more happy, upbeat, and positive. So, I had mentioned that Memorable May finished, which it did. Memorable Moments are now Monday through Thursday. You probably saw the video the other day, and I also talked about it on the Patreon video last month. But Memorable Moments, we have so many of them that it just makes sense to release them more frequently. So now they're going to come out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I waited until after May to do this because I wanted to be in the swing of things, releasing them every single day to see if I could keep up with it, and I have, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will continue to be able to. But Monday through Thursday seems like something I can handle. It doubles the output, which is helpful, so we're going to start doing that. Another thing, and this is pretty interesting information. Earthbound turns 20. As you may be aware, this year. It turns 20 actually this Friday, on June 5th. That's the 20th anniversary of it being released in North America. Starman.net, which you may be familiar with, that's the premier Earthbound website. I met Mal in there, Alex, etc. They are going to be doing a month-long playthrough of the game. And they are going to have different people streaming parts of the game, certain parts of the game, 3 times a week or something. I think Friday, Saturday, and Monday, or maybe 4 times. Maybe it's Friday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. I don't know. Anyway, it kicks off Friday. I'm kicking it off, and it should be pretty fun. It's called Summerbound, and in addition to it being a streaming thing, they're also having it'll be a competition. So if you want to create art, fan art or fan fiction or videos or whatever your skill may be, audio. You can enter it into some sort of contest, and they're going to have prizes. And I think Fangamer is going to supply the prizes. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. But that is going to be this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know exactly where it's happening, so if that's something that interests you, because I'm going to be doing it, Mal and I will be doing it. We'll have face cam. It'll be a live stream. We'll probably be announcing that on Twitter. So just follow closely on Twitter around that time, and we'll be talking about it. As a side note, we will almost definitely have to do a test broadcast Thursday, the day before, because I don't have any streaming stuff set up for Yosemite, so I'm going to have to figure that out. So Thursday night, just watch Twitter, and I'll probably have a test broadcast if you guys want to jump in for that. Okay. So that's fun and exciting, and will give me a chance to test streaming stuff on Yosemite before we get to Extra Life this when is it, October, November? I don't know, one of those. Next up on the list is Pikmin. You guys may have actually seen on Facebook, but I officially announced that Pikmin was coming in June. There's a Pikmin Let's Play. It's going to be the Wii version, and it's going to be done by Mal and myself. We're alternating days, which I think is going to be super, super fun. It's done. The Let's Play is done. And some of you probably understand why it has to be done. There's so much travel going on this summer, and we don't have enough content to bring Stephen Plays content every single day. So I talked to Mal and I said, I really want to do Pikmin. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We have to sit down and do it. So we did. We sat down, and over the course of all last week, we recorded Pikmin. And now it is done. And it feels really weird because it's been years since we've finished a product before it's actually released. But we did it, and I'm really proud of it. It's really good, it's really funny, and I think that everyone's really going to enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to Pikmin launching probably like early to mid-June, so that'll be coming out. The other game that we are going to try and prepare, we haven't played it yet, but I think we're going to try and record it this weekend, is To the Moon. It's a emotional, heartfelt RPG. I've never played it. It's going to be blind for both Mal and myself, but it's something I've wanted to play for a long time, and Mal's been interested in it as well, so we figured, why the heck not? Let's just play it. So we're going to play it, and that's going to be coming out also in June, so it's going to be 2 LPs in June. There's also going to be another LP coming out that we've already filmed, Josh and I, but I'm going to talk about that apparently later in the list. Yeah, okay. See, I have a list, and I have to follow the list. The next thing, travel. June. There's a lot of travel in June. In fact, we're going to be in Tucson next week, and then to LA. I've talked about this in the past, but we are going to be going to Tucson for Steph and Steve's wedding. That's happening on Thursday, but we're actually leaving to go to Wilmington the night before, next Wednesday. We have 8 days. We have 8 days to get everything done, is what I'm basically saying. Also, and I've been waiting for this, and we finally found out, we got approved, Mal and myself, for E3. We are definitely going to E3. It's very exciting. I have no idea what to expect. Josh is also going. I'm actually not sure if Emil's going. I'm not 100% sure. He normally goes, but there's a few things going on right now that I can't even talk about with you guys. It's kind of on his private end, where I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be going or not. So, not sure there. Josh definitely, however, is going. So we're going to probably be hanging out with him. We'll obviously be hanging out with Alex and Haley outside of E3. It should be fun. I don't really know what exactly is going to be at E3. I know Halo 5, Uncharted 4, Fallout 4. You know, I don't know how much of this stuff will be playable, but if it's playable at E3, oh my god, yeah, I'll play it. I will play it. It'll be great. And then the last big thing that will be happening in June is we go to Greece. It barely happens in June. It's on the last day. It's on June 30th, but we will be heading to Greece on June 30th. That also brings up a weird thing because the Patreon videos are generally filmed either the 1st or 2nd and released on the 2nd of the month. But we'll be in Greece, so I'm not really sure what I should do, and I'm going to have to ask you guys what you think I should do. I can either do the video early and make sure that you guys get it, or I can wait and film it in Greece. And the problem is, I don't know what our internet situation is going to be. And if we run into a situation where we don't have internet and I can't make the video, then you guys won't get the video until we get back. And that's going to be like July 10th. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you want me to do? I can attempt to film it in Greece, and I think that'd be kind of cool if like it was in the hotel room and I could like film outside and be like, oh man, look, here's a sneak preview of what's coming. That'd be awesome. The problem is, if I can't, get internet access, or at least reliable to get an entire video uploaded, especially one as big as these, then we might be kind of screwed, and it may not be able to come out until like the middle of the month. So sound off. Let me know what you want. And now on to other stuff. Mal's coworker is leaving, and this helps Mal. Mal is on the, I don't want to say Mal like has no power, but Mal is on the bottom of the ladder in terms of seniority. She has got 2 other art teachers ahead of her who have been at the school longer, so they have more power or whatever. But one of them is leaving, and this actually works really well for Mal because that means Mal gets to take her spot. this is really, really good for her. And this is something we haven't talked about on the vlog yet. And actually, I don't know if we will. It might be kind of private. But because of that, Mao's going to get her classes. And this is really, really amazing because that means that Mao should not be teaching intro classes anymore. I don't think she may not have any freshmen at all, which would be a plus. Because a lot of times when you have these intro classes with freshmen, they aren't in the class because they want to be in the class. They're in the class because they have to take this class, you know. They get shoved into, you know, art, and they don't want to be there, and they act like they don't want to be there, and they give Mao a hard time. But if Mao can get better classes with higher art stuff, then these are the people that want to be at the class, and that's going to be really, really helpful for her. It's going to make her life a lot easier, going to make her life less stressful, and I'm all for that. So that should be good. She also, there's a good possibility she'll be teaching photography. Mao loves photography, so that's also very nice for her. And she also gets out of her classroom. I mean, you guys have seen her classroom. She's in a science classroom, and it's terrible for art. There's like sinks and everything on every table, and there's like Bunsen burners, and it's like, oh, it's not an art room, and it's never been an art room. But now she'll be able to move to a better classroom, and also this one has windows. She's never had windows, never had natural light coming in, and she should, fingers crossed, be able to move to this classroom and have some windows, have some natural light coming in, which would be really, really awesome. Other things, because we are going to LA, we are going to be staying with Alex and Haley, as we did last year. Alex and Haley just moved. They just moved. In fact, they actually, I don't think they've finished moving. I think they actually officially moved this Thursday, because Haley got a job. She got a job in Beverly Hills, which is crazy. It's like I don't know, maybe it's just for someone in South Carolina, but I think of like LA and Beverly Hills like this far off dreamland, you know, and I've been there, but it still feels not like a real place, if that makes any sense. It's like Hollywood, and it's movies, and it's not a real thing. It's not a real place you can live in. It's just for, you know, movie stars, but that's not actually the case. So they live now in Beverly Hills, and just still sounds crazy to say that, but they live in Beverly Hills because Haley got a job in Beverly Hills, which means that when we go to stay with them, we'll be at their new place. It's just really exciting. It also means that in the day when they're at work, on the days that like E3's not going on, we'll be able to walk around the area and film stuff, and it should be really cool footage. Let's see. The LP that I was talking about that I filmed with Josh, it's going to come out in July, is a Minecraft map called The Code. We had asked everyone on Twitter and Facebook what Minecraft map they'd be interested in seeing. They said The Code, so we did The Code, and it came out really well. I'm going to finish editing it today. I'm not exactly sure how many episodes it's going to be. I think it's going to be about 8, so it's pretty long, but it's really good. If I can, I'm going to cut it down a little shorter. That's coming out on my channel, and then Dan, Mao, myself, and Josh did a Left 4 Dead map of Kokiri Forest for Josh's channel. And that's going to be coming out at the exact same time, probably in July. And it's really good. They're both really good. They're probably for different audiences, but they're really good, and I'm excited for you guys to see both of them. Also, last month I said that I needed to do another single-player Let's Play. That idea kind of changed a little bit into Pikmin, just because Mao was around, and even though we already had co-op stuff going on, it was like, there's a lot of co-op stuff on the list, let's keep going. That said, there is a new game coming out called Magic Duels Origins. It's the evolution of the Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers series. I've been on a real Magic kick lately. I don't know why. I think it was because I showed Emil and Masay how to play the game, and I've been really, really wanting to play Magic again. I don't have the time to go play Paper Magic. It's just not going to happen. I wish I had time. It'd be really awesome. You guys may or may not know Chaz is a judge. He's a level 2 DCI judge, and he just spent the weekend in, also there's the power washing I was talking about, he just spent the weekend in Vegas because he was a judge for the Grand Prix there. So with all this Magic talk going on, I really wanted to play. So Magic Duels Origin is coming in July, and I think that it could possibly be, just kind of taking a look at it, it could possibly be a long-term Let's Play. And the reason is, it's going to be a free-to-play game, where you earn some sort of in-game currency to buy booster packs and build your deck and play in that manner. And I think that could actually be really interesting to watch on a long-term basis. It may not be a normal scheduled LP. Like, it may not be every 3 days. It may be like a once-a-week thing in addition to everything that's going on. I don't know right now. And the game may suck. It's not out yet, so we don't know. But I got my eye on it. I'm waiting for a release. I'm going to see what people say. And if it's good, there's a good chance that there could be a long-term Magic Let's Play on Stephen Plays, which I think would be great for me and great for everyone else. So if there's any Magic fans out there watching right now, get excited. Potentially. It could suck. The game could be awful. I don't know, but I'm holding out that it's going to be awesome. And then finally, great news. Fallout 4 was all but announced today. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Bethesda's website, but there's a big please stand by thing, and it says like 23 hours remaining or something. So tomorrow, early, they're going to probably formally announce Fallout 4. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe it's like a HD re-release. Well, they can't be... You can't do an HD re-release of a game that was in HD, right? I was going to say they were going to do an HD re-release of 3. They could do like an HD texture release. I don't know. It's going to be Fallout 4. I'm pretty confident. This is good because, for one, I love Fallout. I just released that blog on it. But also, I'm going to do a Let's Play. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be another long-term Let's Play. Skyrim's been over for just over a year, and I kind of miss it. And it's going to be fun to jump back into a big open world like that. And fingers crossed, do them one episode at a time to let people, suggest things. I think that'll be really fun. Anyway, that is it. That was a lot to talk about. This was a really long video. This may have been the longest Patreon video we've made so far, and I apologize for that. I think a lot of it had to do with the mortgage stuff. I think I talked a lot about that, but it's just stuff I'm not ready to share on the vlog, and I wanted to get it out there to the people that, support us the most. And I don't want it to be a negative thing, and I don't want anyone to feel like it is a negative thing or it's a disappointing thing or a discouraging thing, even though in some way it is all of those. We are, keeping our heads up. We are, and something is going to work out. Something somehow is going to work out, and we truly appreciate your support. I mean, you guys really, you cannot understand how helpful it is. We did a vlog recently where we had said we paid off a loan. Pretty much all of the Patreon money, unless it's being used on something like upping the audio equipment or something, most of it ends up going towards student loans, which is extremely helpful because we're learning more and more that the debt is bad. It's like, well, duh, debt is bad, but I mean, when you talk to the bank here and they say, we can't help you at all because your debt is so high, like that's... It feels like it's hard to breathe sometimes, but we're not letting it keep us down. We have a fun-filled summer coming up. We're going to film a lot of awesome stuff. We're going to, be with a lot of awesome people, and we're not going to let it get us down. We're just going to have a fun time, and we're going to focus on the positive things that are in our life right now, and you guys are some of those positive things, so thank you. That's it. I'm done. I know this was long. I apologize. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, know that you can always post them into Patreon, and I will definitely respond. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next month for another Patreon video.